Mysterious Mars. Table of Contents. Road trip to Mars. The Mars rover Spirit and Opportunity landed on Mars in 2004 for a 3-month mission, but they didn't stop. In 2010, these robot geologists were still digging up important clues, and Opportunity was still roving the red planet. Introduction. What is it about Mars that makes us so curious about it? The ancient Romans liked the planet's rusty red color. They named it Mars after their god of war. Mars has starred in books and movies. Scientists wonder what type of living things might exist there. New satellite images show us the dramatic surface. Soil tests by Mars rover tell us what's underneath, but Mars still has many mysteries. Reddish-orange Mars with its prominent northern and southern polar ice caps and swirling water ice clouds. The basics. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun and is about half the size of Earth. A Martian day is about as long as an Earth day, but its year is 687 days long. Mars has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide, the gas you breathe out. Like Earth, Mars has a hot center and a rocky surface. It has 2 polar ice caps. Mars caps are mostly frozen carbon dioxide with some water ice. In 2008, rover Spirit onboard lab tasted water in soil for the first time. Mars has 2 small potato-shaped moons. They may have been asteroids trapped by Martian gravity. The surface of Mars. Mars is cold. Its average temperature is negative 63 degrees Celsius. In winter, Mars's polar caps can be 125 degrees Celsius. Its thin atmosphere can't block the sun's rays from baking its dry surface. Heavy dust storms can blanket large areas of the planet. The southern half of Mars has craters like our moon. The northern half is smoother. It has broad plains and deep valleys. Mars also has dozens of huge volcanoes. One, called Olympus Mons, is the largest in the solar system. Mars Global Surveyor satellite over the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. Exploring Mars. Early scientists looked at Mars through weak telescopes. They noticed a network of long lines on its surface. An Italian astronomer named them channels, but someone read the word as canals. So for many years, many people thought intelligence beings had built canals all over Mars. In 1965, Mariner 4 orbited Mars and took clear pictures. The pictures proved the canals were just the natural landscape of ridges, gullies, and canyons. Melas Chasma in the vast valleys Mariner's Canyon is 9 kilometers deep. The flow pattern on its surface shows it may once have been covered by liquid water or water ice. Later, Mars missions tested its atmosphere. These tests showed that the atmosphere was so cold that any liquid water would freeze or evaporate. As far as we know, all life needs liquid water to exist. Without proof there was water, it seemed nothing could be living there. Mariner 9 orbited Mars in 1971. It took new pictures that showed plains, volcanoes, and valleys. It also showed landforms that looked like dry riverbeds and oceans. Could that be true? East Chasma, in the western area of the Valles Marineris Canyon, has sloping bluffs from basalt lava flows and a rippled valley floor. Mars Viking landed on the planet in 1976. It scooped up dust and tested it for organic materials, the remains from living things. It didn't find any. Mars Pathfinder landed in 1997. Its test failed to find proof of life either, but it did find pebbles that may have been worn down by liquid water. These space probes landed on Mars. Many others orbited Mars and returned images and data. Other missions failed at launch, missed Mars, or crashed on landing. Scientists test the newest and largest Mars rover, Curiosity. Curiosity is expected to launch late in 2011 and drive onto the surface of Mars in summer of 2012. Signs of water and life. More satellite pictures were looked at and more tests were done. Many scientists felt certain that Mars used to be warmer with rivers and oceans. They saw long canyons and deep gullies that could have been carved by flowing river and waterfalls. If these ideas are true, then why did all the water and its life forms disappear? Deep gullies carved into a crater rim are typical of channels caused by water flowing over rocks. In 2003, tests showed that methane gas was escaping through the rocky crust of Mars. But what was producing the gas? Was it a byproduct of a simple microbial form of life that exists deep underground? It's one of the many questions scientists hope to answer with the new Mars Science Laboratory rover, Curiosity. It should land on Mars in 2012. Curiosity will have a chance to earn its name by solving some of the greatest mysteries on Mars. Ika's Chasma may have been one of the largest water source regions on Mars. Scientists debate whether waterfalls once carved these canyons and flowed over cliffs that are 4 kilometers high. Glossary.